one, mana two, mana three, mana four. Inspiration, elevation, knocking right at your door.
Aloha mai kako. Aloha. Welcome to Manabombspodcast, powered by Pomahina Designs. It's me, Kanoe Lani Davis.
And me, Kulani aloha kako. It is Mahina Olelo Hawaii. We are still in Pepeluweli, February, and it is our beautiful Hawaiian language month. Your word for the day today, pilina. Pilina simply means relationship.
So today's daily Mana Bomb is, darling, trust the reroute. And how we want to focus is when the universe makes those shifts for you, I say go with it. How we're going to engage today's conversation is sometimes the universe, God, or higher power has to come in and be that Siri or even that Alexa in your life because you're not doing it on your own correctly or taking the long route. I say go with it. So Kulani, can you share an experience when this has happened to you?
Sis, I can remember one time when I decided to return to college back in 2004. And I was pre-nursing. I was gung-ho, ready to go, already married with a daughter and, focused. So I wanted to go to school and be that nurse because at that time I was only an emergency room admissions person. So a nurse would double my pay. And, when you want to malama your ohana, we're in Hawaii where everything is so not cheap. So trying to find a job that I could better myself and my life and my ohana was the nursing route. Fast forward to 2010, because 2004 I started the long haul. 2010, I graduate with my bachelor's degree in Hawaiian studies. What could I be? Not nursing? Nope. When I graduated and I decided to go into the nursing program, I just had to apply to the nursing school. I applied twice. I was waitlisted twice. I was getting tired. I didn't want to go to school anymore. And all I needed was 4 semesters of major coursework in order to graduate. I had a conversation with a friend who just happened to be the admissions or the advisor for the Hawaiian Studies program at Manoa. And she told me, girl, you only need 4 semesters and you can graduate with a degree in Hawaiian Studies. I'm like, say less, put me in. And that was the reroute. How about you, sis?
Oh gosh, I have had tons of reroutes. I'm pretty sure of it. I know I've had my experiences, but as a person who believes in it so much, I started to utilize this frame of mind with my children. And what I mean is, and this was taught to me when I was a little girl as well, when my grandparents would tell me, move, I didn't question it. I just moved. So you remember how you grew up and people were saying, Hawaiians don't ask questions. We don't ask questions. This is where it came from. It came from you having to trust the place that you're in and listen to your na'au. It doesn't mean we don't ask questions because we can ask questions. We can inquire. But that whole notion of don't ask came from the fact that it was survival mode. And I say that because I use that with my kids. A lot of the times, if I tell them, move to the left, it's because something's coming. And I don't have time to explain what it is, but it's coming. Get out of the way, whether it be the ocean, the waves, whether it be a car, whether it be something that they're going to, potentially get hurt in.
I want to say I raised my child the same way that I was raised because I was just the same as you. My parents said not to do something. I didn't do it. I never asked why, And when I was older, when I was married, my husband at the time was like, we were talking about silly things that children do and why we grab those plastic plug covers, for when you have babies, when they're crawling around the place. Yeah. And the plastic plug. And I was like, well, why would, why you got to cover them for? Isn't the baby like, you would think you would make sure that your baby not going to touch the cover or touch the plug. He looked at me, he goes, well, what if they have a fork and they stick the fork inside? I'm like, why would you put a fork inside there? No, see, but the reason I was asking that is because in my house, we wouldn't touch things, right? And we knew not to touch it unless we were told, here, go plug in something or so we never had the plug covers. And so I honestly never know until my adult life that if you stuck a metal piece into the electric socket, you could get shock. I was like,
Right on. Mahalo Kulani for today's Daily Mana Bomb. Signing off from the islands of Molokai, this is me, Kanoe Lani Davis.
and here on Oahu, Ova o Kulani, Jeremiah Wang. Aloha kako.
Aloha.